Hope you are all in good health situation. Now, our member that consists of Martina, Angela, Regina, and me, Anisa, are going to tell you about the psychological approach on literature. What is a psychological approach on literature? So, it is a unique form of criticism in that it draws upon psychological theories in its interpretation of a text. Linking the psychological and literary worlds bring a kind of scientific aspect into literary criticism. And the next point will be delivered by my friend.
The next is psychological approach to analyze literature. The aim of psychological study falls into natures. Foremost, the objective of understanding behavior. That is by defining factors that combine the development and expression of behavior. Secondly, the psychologists strive to develop procedure for the accurate prediction of behavior. Thirdly, psychology aims at developing techniques that will permit the control of behavior. That is way of shaping our course of psychological development through manipulating those basic factors to the growth and the expression of behavior. The psychological approach leads most directly to a substantial amplification of the meaning of a literary work. When we discuss psychology and its place in a literary work, we are primarily studying the author's imagination. As all literary works are based on some kind of experience, and as all authors are human, we are naturally caught up in the wide spectrum of emotional problems that is caused by experience.
Now we will watch a Midsummer film. This film tells about a couple travels to Sweden to visit a rural hometown's fabled Midsummer Festival. What begins as an idyllic retreat quickly devolves into an increasingly violent and bizarre competition at the hands of a pagan cult. Danny, Florence Park, and Christian Jack Rayner are a young American couple with a relationship on the brink of falling apart. But after a family tragedy keeps them together, a grieving Danny invites herself to join Christian and his friends on a trip to a once-in-a-lifetime midsummer festival in a remote Swedish village. What begins as a carefree summer holiday in a land of eternal sunlight takes a sinister turn when the insular villagers invite their guests to partake in festivities that render the pastoral paradise increasingly unnerving and visually disturbing. This film belongs to the category of psychological horror because this film, which aims to build fear, there is not jump scare horror in general, and even depression to the audience. The example of depression here are like a scary ritual, brutal scenes, and also suicide scenes, where all the scenes in this film are not censored.
The second film is titled Raw. It belongs to the category of psychological horror which brought the cannibalism. So, in this film, we will be presented by some scene that makes us handle and cringe in horror. There is so much vivid violence displayed in this film. This film tells us about Justine as the main character, who has been a vegetarian because of her mother's caution. However, upon entering the veterinary campus, Justine and her new friends were dethroned by being drenched with animal blood and forced to eat small pieces of raw animal kidneys. At first, Justine refused, but her sister, Alexia, who had become a senior on campus, told her to obey. After swallowing a piece of kidney, Justine began experiencing strange rashes on her body and suddenly felt like want to eat raw meat. A very scary scene here is when Justine felt the animal's flesh no longer satisfied her, until one day she ate a piece of her sister's finger after her sister had an accident with scissors. This film can make the audience carry emotions in this film successfully.
So that's all our presentation about psychological approach. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy everyone.